Today we're going to graph inequalities in standard form. So what that means is our y is not by itself, so we need to get y by itself. So if we look at example A, this should be very familiar for you. So you've solved for y like a billion times. To get y by itself, we have to subtract 2x from both sides. So you always move the x term first. That leaves me with 4y equals negative 2x plus 8. Then we get y by itself by dividing everything by the number in front, which was a 4. So y equals, this will reduce to negative 1 over 2x. 8 divided by 4 is 2. So I solved for y by moving the x to the other side. I put the x term first. Can't combine these. That's an x. That's a number. Then I divide everything by 4, and I get my final answer. So now the only difference between A and B is that instead of an equal sign, I now have a greater than sign. So that means I'm still going to solve it in the same way that we solved the inequality for A. So just like before, we have to move the x. Subtract 2x, subtract 2x. That leaves me with 4y is greater than negative 2x plus 8. Get y by itself. Divide by 4, divide by 4, divide by 4. Don't change it to an equal sign, keep it greater than. Negative 2 over 4 is negative 1/2. With an x, 8 divided by 4 is positive 2. So that gives me a nice line that I can graph. To graph a line, we begin with the number by itself. That's the number, positive 2. We move it, the slope is negative, so we go down 1 and to the right 2. Down 1, right 2. We need this to be longer, same thing other way. 1 over 2, 1 over 2. Okay? This symbol does not have a line below it, so I can't draw a straight line. I need to draw a dashed line. So it has dashes. This symbol is the greater than sign. Greater than sign means we're going to shade up. So you put your pencil on any point and you drag it up. And then you color, 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 color. So my solutions are any ordered pair that live in this colored area. So let's try one more like that together. So in this next one here, again, we're solving for y. To get y by itself, we start by moving the x. Plus 4x plus 4x. That leaves me with 2y. Keep your symbol. Put your x term first and your constant or your number in the back. Get y by itself by dividing everything by 2. So your final answer is y is less. 4 divided by 2 is 2x plus 6 divided by 2 is 3. So now that we have y by itself, we can graph our line. So we begin with the number positive 3. The number in the back is called my y-intercept. My slope is 2, which is the same as 2 over 1. So positive goes up 2 to the right 1. Same thing other way, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. So in this one here, this is a dashed line again because there's no line below. So I'm going to draw dashes. That's the less than sign. Put your pencil on any point and drop it less. Color, 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 color. Okay, try the same thing with numbers 2 and 3 in this row. You move the x, you divide, then you graph. Very easy. Okay, let's look at this bottom row when you're ready. I'll do the first one, and then you try the next two. So again, we need to get x by itself. I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. That leaves me with negative 4y is greater than or equal to negative 2x plus 12. I need to get y by itself, so I divide by negative 4. That leaves me with y. However, when we divide by a negative, line, flip the sign. So it's actually going to go this way. Then negative 2 over negative 4 becomes positive 1/2 x. 12 divided by negative 4 is a minus 3. Okay, so it's the same steps as in row 2, except in this one we divided by a negative, so it's going to flip your sign. So I begin on the number negative 3, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. This is a solid line in my symbol, so I'm going to draw a solid line through the points. Less than means put your pencil on any point and color below. Less than. Okay? Try the same thing with this one and this one here.